あら、ちょうどいいタイミングだったわね。お父様の様子はどう？あんまり遅いから様子を見に来ちゃったのよ。
When Natsui left the study, she saw Eva climbing the stairs on the rice mat. Eva was smirking unpleasantly, thinking that Natsui would leave trudgingly, after failing to convince Kenzo. However, the way Natsui was now, such a frivolous laugh would not disturb her. She was not permitted to wear the family crest on her clothing, but she was permitted to wear it in her heart. So she spoke calmly, clearly, and confidently, with the dignity of the one who would protect the Ushiromiya family's glory.
お父様は親族会議にはおいでにならないそうです。汚らわしい議題に関心はないと仰せです。
とかなんとか言っちゃって。お父様を説得できなかったんなら素直にそう言えばいいじゃない。
哀れですね。お父様が嘆かれるお気持ちも分かろうというものです。
それはどういう意味よ。
Natsui didn't answer. Just as Kenzo had done earlier, she showed Eva her back as she headed down the stairs. Eva finally realized that she was being made fun of, that something had happened to quickly bolster Natsui's confidence. Even so, she apparently didn't have the courage to risk Kenzo's wrath. Unable to even knock on the door, she could only click her tongue, make a motion as though scratching at it, and follow after Natsui.
それで兄さんたちはいたの？
Nope, they're still missing.
お父様に聞いたの？
聞きそびれましたが、書斎の中にはいませんでした。お父様が夫たちの下賤な話のために入室を許すこともありえませんから、行き先を知ることもないでしょう。下に降りて使用人たちが探してくれるのを待ちましょう。朝食は遅れますが、お茶でもいかがです？エヴァさん。
別に結構よ。
Eva couldn't hide her confusion at the complete difference in Natsui's attitude. She was acting so boldly, and while Eva hated to admit it, she even had a sense of dignity about her. Look at Natsui smiling. Unable to find fault with anything, Eva could only follow Natsui back to the parlor. When the two of them returned to the parlor, Hideyoshi had been joined by the 4 children and Nanjo. Denji, who had been talking with Hideyoshi, spotted the current situation where he noticed that Natsui had returned.
主人たちはまだ見つからないのですか？
はい、申し訳ございません。あと、熊沢が朝食の準備に入りました。
So if that riddle is correct, then 6 people would be missing. Last time I listed 6 people, but I listed Ginzo among those 6. And seeing as Ginzo is still alive, I wonder who the 6th person is. Or maybe it's just a red herring and they're all outside somewhere, but somehow I doubt that.
もう少し時間をいただきたいとのことです。
The clock read a little past 8. 8 should have been the time to start breakfast. Normally, going over that time limit would be a disgrace to the host.
今、カノンが表を探しています。それから、シャノンの姿も見えません。
Oof, okay. So, Kraus has been missing. Oda-san has been missing. Kyrie, Rudolph, Shannon. And who's the sixth that I'm missing?
Shannon まで？まったく、主人は何を従えて散歩に出かけたのですか。
Just how many people had gone missing by now? Now that the number was this large, it was starting to feel truly unpleasant, as though the people here were the only ones being left out of something interesting. At least, that seemed to reflect the feelings of the children, and Maria in particular. She was indignant, her stomach grumbling, almost as though her mother and the others left her alone. Alright, Rosa as well. So that means Goda, Shannon, two servants, Klaus, Rosa, Kyrie, and Rudolph. Those six are missing. The other children were flipping through the channels on the television, trying to find a program that might interest Maria and cheer her up again. Manjo was sitting on the sofa, gazing blissfully at the children while reading a book. I do wonder why nobody has picked up on the connection of 6 people missing and the puzzle on the epitaph. It must have been a book about chess. The sound of footsteps came rushing towards them with a pitter-patter. There was only one set, so they realized before seeing who it belonged to that it was probably Canon, not Kraus and the rest.
奥様、失礼します。
その様子では見つけられなかったようですね。
申し訳ございません。まだ。
もう十分です。ご苦労をかけました。
Didn't know where they were. It had to be somewhere on this island. I also liked how Natsuki complimented Kanon. They hadn't had a thing to eat since the previous night, but their stomachs must be growling about now. They'd probably come plodding back of their own accord before long. But if they don't, then they will probably realize that something is truly wrong. By now, Natsuki was thoroughly exasperated and started to feel that there was no reason for them to go out of the way and search.
私はお客様方にお茶のご用意をしに厨房へ行きます。二人とも早朝からご苦労様でした。
Nancy left the parlor, acting as though the release intention had caused a new surge in her headache. Oh, suddenly, there was a very sharp sting in my nose. Oh, that was nasty. And then tried to call her back, but Nancy left swiftly.
どうした？
Does Canon have more to report?
まだ何かあるのか？
はい。旦那様方のお姿を見つけることはできませんでしたが、その。
Canon sounded evasive. It looked as though he didn't know where they were, but had spotted something that might be connected to the disappearance. Eva and Hideyoshi noticed this exchange of words and came over. They probably picked up on something strange in Kanon's behavior.
どうしたんや、カノン君。クラウス兄さんたちは見つかったんか？
実はバラ庭園の倉庫の様子がおかしいのです。
Storehouse looks strange.
様子がおかしいというのはどういう意味だ？
それが何と説明すればいいのか。
Kanon hesitated once more. His tone wasn't at all what you'd expect from this usually fearless boy. Seeing this, Eva and Hideyoshi looked at each other dubiously.
どういうこと？倉庫の中に兄さんたちがいたんじゃないの？
No. If they were, he would have told us.
いえ、中はこれから調べます。その鍵を取りに戻ったところなのですが、
ようわからんが、とにかく中を調べればいいだけの話やないか。その倉庫の鍵はどこにあるんや？
使用人室にあります。すぐに中を確かめましょう。
Kanon dashed off to the servant room and returned with the key. Kenji left the parlor saying that he would go check. Then Eva and Hideyoshi followed after him. What was this? Something strange about the storehouse that had caused the usually fearless Kanon to hesitate. It was still pouring outside. Pouring, however you say it. But perhaps their curiosity over this something that Kanon couldn't talk about won out. While the children made a big fuss watching television, Kanon and the rest dashed over to the entrance. I don't like where this is going. The Rose Garden Storehouse was a place that housed various tools used to manage the garden. It was definitely not a pretty building. Because of its appearance, it had been built so that it was hidden in a corner of the Rose Garden. Kanon, Genji, Eva, and Hideyoshi came cutting across the Rose Garden holding umbrellas. They entered a small path just off the Rose Garden, which was normally off limits for those appreciating the garden and only used by those maintaining it. As they dashed down that, the storehouse came into view in front of them. It was quite an old shed, and compared to the flawlessly perfect beauty of the Rose Garden, it was pretty seedy looking. It was easy to understand why it had been built in a hard-to-see place. Eva and Hideyoshi arrived at the storehouse long after Kanon and Genji.
Kanon 君たちは早いな。わしは心臓が爆発しそうや。
こんなところに倉庫なんか建ててたのね。
I hope that we won't find their bodies there.
何よそれ。
What do you see? When Eva looked where Canon was pointing, she was at a loss for words. Noticing this, Hideyoshi also followed Canon's finger and was likewise too shocked to speak. The entrance to the Storehouse was a kind of shutter, and there, everyone suddenly realized why Canon had been unable to find words to describe what they now saw on the shutter, which was completely filthy from being exposed to wind and rain for so long. Like, right on it. There was something that looked like a strange dark red liquid. Mucus? No, that must be blood. Or maybe it was some sticky paint. An indescribably eerie shape was drawn on the shutter with some kind of ghastly substance. The rain had caused it to drip down like fresh blood leaking from an open wound. I think that description isn't even too far off. No more beating around the bush. Some kind of mark was drawn there. It's almost like some kind of thing they would use in rituals. Kind of spell or seal. With a ghastly substance that looked like blood. In a shape that seemed to suggest something ominous. 2 circles were drawn there, and inside them was a design that looked like a cross. The 4 ends of the cross were widely exaggerated, and it looked like some kind of crest from somewhere around Europe. And in the cracks between these shapes, written closely back together, were some unfamiliar characters, or possibly symbols.
なんちゅう悪趣味な落書きや。
I don't think that's graffiti.
これあれか、悪魔の儀式とかの魔法陣いうやつとちゃうか。
How do you know about that? It wasn't surprising that Hideyoshi would say something about such a ghastly shape, drawn with a deep red dripping substance.
これいつ書かれたの？
昨日雨が降り出す前にここに来ましたが、その時には何も書かれてませんでした。
他の方々の目に触れる前に何とかしよう。ご覧になられたらご不快になられるだろう。
そうね。ただの倉庫小屋とはいえ、こんな気持ち悪い落書きを1秒たりとも放置したくないわ。
It's not graffiti.
倉庫の中に塗料もあります。応急処置でとりあえず塗り消して、後日天気のいい日に改めて塗装しましょう。
Oh no, they're about to enter the storehouse. Why do I have the feeling that the bodies are inside? Kenji remembered that he had just recently seen another scribble, and that it too had been made with a strange dark red substance of the same color as this. It must have been... That's right. He had seen it on the door to Natsui's room. And maybe that charm that Jessica gave Natsui warded it off? Possibly?
カノン君、さっさとこの落書きを消して戻りましょう。たとえ倉庫とはいえ、実家の落書きは本当に腹立たしいわ。
はい。 すぐに済ませますので。
Alan squatted in front of the shutter and unlocked it. He then lifted it up with all of his strength. Ah, welp. A boisterous noise resounded, and the eerie shape drawn on the shutter began to get sucked in through the top as the shutter was raised. At least for the time being, that ominous drawing disappeared from their direct gaze, and they all breathed a sigh of relief. Oh, that was so tense. Why did they have to cut away at this moment? I was kinda anticipating some kind of jump scare. And to be honest, I'm feeling a bit tired today. I should have made some tea beforehand. Thanks to a kids program they came across, Maria was feeling much better. Butler and Jessica were poking fun at the kids show at every turn, cackling together. Josh was enjoying the program with Maria from her perspective. Ninja sat on the sofa by himself, passing the time by reading quietly. They heard hurried footsteps coming from the hallway. They were footsteps of a single person. Did that mean it wasn't the group of four that just left? It was Genji. It was very rare for Genji, who considered being out of breath a violation of servant's virtues, to be gasping for air. They probably came dashing back from outside the mansion. His shoulders were soaking wet, and he didn't have his usual trim appearance. When Genji noticed Nanjo looking at him, he gave a small silent bow and quickly approached him.
南條先生、申し訳ございません。至急お越しください。
Oh no, if he's asking for a doctor, that can't be good.
何事ですかな。
As Genji whispered something into Nanjo's ear, Nanjo went pale. He rose from the sofa, trying not to be noticed by the children, who were still engrossed by the TV, and the two of them rapidly left the parlor, muffling their footsteps. Just as they were about to exit the parlor, they came across Natsuhi, who was pushing a serving cart loaded with a tea set. And she whispered something into Natsuhi's ear, and Natsuhi went pale too, in apparent shock. Then, leaving the serving cart where it was, the three of them dashed towards the entrance. Josh noticed them running down the rose garden through the window.
なんだろう。源氏さんと南條先生と、あれは夏日おばさんかな。
どうしたんだよ、兄貴。
何かあったのかな。ひどい慌てようだったね。
When Jessica and Maria saw that Eva, Hideyoshi, and Nanjo were no longer in their seats, and that the serving cart had been abandoned in the entrance to the parlor, they also realized that something was the matter.
何か事故でもあったとか？
行ってみようぜ。俺たちだけのけ者なんて面白くねえしな。
For some reason, what Battler said sounded extremely indiscreet, but they couldn't deny that they were a little insecure and concerned after seeing the adults run off into the rain without regards to their appearance.
行ってみようぜ。何があったか気になるぜ。
Jessica's uneasy words spoke for all of them.
おいマリア、お前も来るか？それともテレビを見てるか？
おお、マリアはテレビがいい。
I think it's better for her to stay here. I don't think the sight that awaits us there is suitable for a child to see.
おお、
僕たちだけで行こう。マリアちゃん、すぐ戻るからね。テレビを見て待ってるんだよ。
By the time the kids made it outside, the adults were no longer inside. But Jessica seemed to have a pretty good idea where they'd gone, judging by the direction they'd been running. Following Jessica, we went through the rain-soaked rose garden. The wind seemed to suddenly get stronger. The malicious sound of thunder began to ring out, like it had the previous night. It felt like an eerie something had surrounded the island and was trying to stop us from moving on forward.
ジェシカ、この先には何があるんだ？
確か園芸道具なんかの倉庫があったはずだぜ。
そんなところに一体何があるんだろうね。
Just as Jessica had said, they began to see a storehouse in front of them. They could also see the adults there. The shutter to the storehouse was open, and several adults looked as though they were searching for something. For some reason, only Nancy was outside the storehouse, without even holding an umbrella. She looked like she was hanging her head, and her back was facing them. There was Genji, Nanjo, and Natsuhi, who had just left the mansion. The ones who had left earlier, Ganon, Eva, and Hideyoshi, were also there, waiting for a small crowd of people. But there was absolutely no bustle of activity. When Natsuhi realized that the children were approaching, a terrible expression rose to her face. And she ran at them, with her arms spread wide.
来てはいけません。
Oh my god, look at her. I think with all this, there's no doubt. I guessed that 6 people would be sacrificed. And I think the remains will be inside that storehouse.
お屋敷へ戻っていなさい。
But despite that, no. Because of that, the kids saw the scene Natsuhi was trying to keep them away from. Inside the storehouse, with its shutter wide open, a faint fluorescent light shone down. And right there was... Jessica's piercing shriek rang out. But that was just because Jessica's scream was the loudest. The sniffling spilled out of Battler and George's mouth as well. Eva spread her arms just like Natsuhi, roaring at the kids with a bone-chilling expression on her face.
ジョージ、みんなを連れて屋敷に帰っていなさい。早く。今すぐに。
Oh, this music! When Natsuhi spread her arms, I thought she was trying to prevent us from advancing any further. But that wasn't why Ava was spreading her arms right now. She was trying to stop the kids from seeing that terrible scene. It was her mother's heart, trying to protect the eyes and hearts of his children by blocking her view of the terrible scene, by at least the width of one of her arms.
何の冗談だってんだよこりゃあよ。
I've seen this kind of cheap scene all too often. In manga, TV, anime and movies. I've seen it over and over again. This was just seeing something appear in real life that I'd seen plenty of times before. And something of those more sensational movies, right? That alone shouldn't. But that suit. It's that old bastard, isn't it? And Rudolph said that he was going to die tonight. That's even more creepier. I get it. And that's Uncle Kraus. And Kirie-san. And Aunt Rosa.
ダメよジェシカ入ってはダメ見てはダメお父さんお父さん
死後硬直をほぼ全身に認められる。多分死後6時間以上は経過しとるだろう。損壊部位の状況を見る限り死後に破壊された可能性が高い。いや、めったなことは言えん。私は町医者だ。検視は専門外だ。
Well, I think out of everyone, you're the most experienced.
ちゅうことは何や。殺しただけじゃ飽き足らず、さらにこんな無体なことをしたん言うんか。悪魔や、悪魔の所業や。
And as we got Jessica in her arms, not Eva got George any key. The butler doesn't have anyone. I was the only one who could approach the entrance to the storehouse. If only there had been someone there to catch me too, I wouldn't have needed to have this horrible, evil scene burned into my eyes. No, that's not it. It isn't that there's no one here to catch me. The people who should catch me, they're right here, aren't they? Just as Jessica said, it did look like a storehouse for gardening tools. A lawnmower with extra blades, a grass sickle and hammer, some carpentry tools such as a saw, all the potted plants and bags of fertilizer. And treated just the same, the corpses of several people had been laid to rest there. No, had been tossed in there. I could tell them by their clothes. Little bastard and Kirie-san, Uncle Kraus and Aunt Rosa. Beyond that, no Shannon, Oda-san, and there's still more of them. How many people died? You're fucking kidding me. I can't even count them on one hand. Damn it! I didn't know whether it had been one of these gardening tools, which if used for something other than their intended purpose, could definitely be wielded with a naked brutality, or whether some horrible tool had been brought in here specifically for this. Anyway, Each one of the bodies jammed in here had been given an atrocious makeup. It wasn't makeup, it was more like their faces had been plowed. Their faces were smashed, forced into expressions that normal people couldn't even make after death. I couldn't tell where the eyes or the noses were, but I could find their mouths because they were gaping wide, their gums exposed, their front teeth were missing, and even the cheeks that should have been covered. All this were all torn up and laid bare. That trendy makeup you always spend so much time on. Even though you're a man isn't doing it a thing now.
Oyaji! てめえは絶対地獄行きだとは思ってたぜ。でもよ、ここまでじゃねえだろ。ここまでひでえ目に遭わされるほどの悪党じゃなかっただろうがよ。だからキリエさんもさ、こんな男と付き合うのはやめろって言ったんだ。あんたまでそこまでの目に遭わされる理由は何もねえじゃねえかよ。顔がねえ、顔がねえよ。クソクソクソクソ、
バトラさん、これ以上見てはいかん。
Well, that's a bit too late now.
こんな姿をお父さんもお母さんもあんたに見せたいわけがない。お父さんとお母さんのためにもこれ以上見てはいかん。
死者ってのは安らかに眠る顔ってやつを拝ませてくれるんじゃねえのかよ。顔がねえんだよ。俺の親父とキリエさんの顔がねえんだよ。どういう顔して死んじまったのか、それすらもわかんねえんだよ。なんだよ俺は。親父たちのことを思い出すときはこのくちゃくちゃの化け物みてえな顔をいつも思い出せたのかよ。そいつは最高だぜ。クソ親父のニヤニヤとした顔を思い出さなくていいんだからよ。最高だぜ、最高だぜ。でもよ、キリエさんの顔くらいはいいだろ。キリエさんは悪党じゃねえ。たまにはムカつくと思ったけどよ、ちょいとかっこいい俺の姉気分だったお人じゃねえかよ。こりゃねえよ、こんなのってねえよ。黒掃除さんなんかまだマシじゃねえか。顔面じゃなくて側面だぜ。少なくとも顔半分は残ってるじゃねえかよ。まだマシだぜ、まだマシだぜ。
Jessica filled her ears with the sound of her own screaming, trying to shoot out miraculous words.
よすんだバトラ君、もうよすんだ、もうよすんだ。
If this truly is Demon's Roulette, then that was just things to be random. But as it stands now, it seems that all of the children except George has lost someone, at least one of the parents or both parents. Then again, if Shannon is dead too, which I think she is, since she went missing too, then it almost seemed like the people who were killed today were the people most dear to the children. And I think that Natsuki was only saved because of the charm that Jessica gave her.
兄貴兄貴
Disregarding age and appearance, or hiccups, I felt on my knees clinging to Anika's wrist, his waist, and sobbing. It was as if I was crying on behalf of everyone there, representing the feelings of everyone there. I screamed over and over. You know what? I need some tea. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just got some tea. Like I said earlier, my nose is annoying me a bit. Since today my sister got married and I was outside quite a bit with just a light jacket on in the winter. So I may have gotten a cold. And to be fair, aside from that being the reason that this video will be a bit late, but I must say I was expecting something like this to happen, as I said in the previous part, so I'm not surprised. I'm more intrigued, I should say. I'm more curious to see where this is going. It's just, I feel so bad for Rosa and for Shannon. And poor Maria. Oh, I wonder, it's such... I'm just trying to process this. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't surprised that this would happen because of the epitaph, obviously, but at the same time, it's such a huge part of the cast that is just wiped away immediately.
O父さん。倒れているのは、クラウスおじさん、ルドルフおじさん、キリエおばさんに、ローザおばさん、ゴーダさんで、5人。
Oh no. Shannon is also missing. And the epitaph said that 6 would be killed. I'm going back to this. On the first twilight, offer the 6 chosen by the key as sacrifices. On the second twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the two who are close. So initially I thought the two who are close would be Shannon and George possibly. But I think Shannon is dead, so who else could it be? Oh, this is going to be something.
いや、6人や。ここにもう一人おる。
George, please just walk outside, don't look any further. This actually hurts. Since Shannon and George was just so cute together. The body Hideyoshi was looking down on now happened to be hidden amongst the shadows in a mountain range of objects. In a blind spot to George, who stood by the entrance. So George couldn't tell whose body it was. So George cursed himself. He cursed the fact that his worst guesses always turned out to be right.
じゃあ、お父さんの足元に倒れているのはシャノンなんだね。
ああ、シャノンちゃんや。
Like I said when I was rambling, it's such a huge part of the cast that it's just cut away. For lack of a better word. George fell completely silent. He shook slightly, his lower lip trembling. Normally, he would have wanted to run to his beloved's body, screaming and crying. However, before rashly rushing forward, he worked to keep his composure and asked his father.
シャノンもクラウスおじさんたちと同じなのかな。
Hideyoshi deeply understood the meaning of those words. They couldn't give George an immediate answer. Or rather, he felt that silence was the only sincere and loving response he could give George right now. When George asked if Shannon was the same, he meant to ask whether her corpse was in the same condition as the others or not. Since Hideyoshi hadn't denied it, it meant her corpse was in the same brutal state.
シャノンを見てもいいかな。
いや、あかん。
どうして？
Maybe it would be better for you to remember her as she was, and not like this.
だってもう二度とシャノンの顔を見られないんだよ。その最後の顔、どうして見たらいけないんだよ。
お前が最後にシャノンちゃんに会ったのは昨日か。
うん。
そうか。そのシャノンちゃんは
別れ際にお前にどんな顔を見せたんや。
素敵な笑顔だったよ。
Please remember that. Damn it, game. Oh. This is just mean. After he handed her the ring, she hesitated, even though she must have already made up her mind. And she looked bashful. I wanted to say beautiful. She's so adorable. And ran away because she was embarrassed to let him see her face looking like that. That's the expression. It was revived in George's mind.
そうか。ならシャノンちゃんもその笑顔をお前に残したいと願うはずや。
Hideyoshi looked down upon Shannon's body lying at his feet. Just like the other bodies, it was in such a horrible state that it would make anyone want to cover their eyes. Her head had been smashed in from the side, and no more than half of her expression remained. If the remaining blood-soaked half of her expression had been wiped clean, would that graceful smile of hers have peeked out? But only half of it. Without thinking, Hideyoshi slapped his hands over his eyes. How brutal. If her face was going to be crushed anyway, and if only all of it had been crushed, he might have been able to temporarily distract George from his pain by making the pathetic suggestion that it was someone else wearing Shannon's clothes. But half of her face had been left untouched. It caused the body so much humiliation, but still proving beyond doubt that the body was Shannon's and no one else's. How inhuman. How brutish. And there, trying his best to burn the image of the remaining half of Shannon's expression into his eyes, as she lay at Hideyoshi's feet, was Kanon. Kanon was not crying. Tears had risen to his eyes, but they did not drip down. That didn't mean he wasn't feeling as much as sadness as everyone else. Losing Shannon, who had lived with him in the same orphanage, whom he had loved as a sister, was the pain just the same as losing a blood relative?
ジョージ、シャノンちゃんはきっとありがとう言ってるぞ。お前に恥ずかしいところを見られとうなかったんや。きっとお前が耐えてくれたこと感謝しとるで。
And in hindsight, I just wanted to quickly note that I liked Eva's instinctive response to shield the children from seeing this.
分かってる。分かってるよ、父さん。分かってるよ。
George leaned against the outside wall of the storehouse, pressing down limply.
父さん、頼みがあるんだ。
なんや。
僕の代わりに見てほしいんだ。シャノンは指に指輪をつけてるかな。
指輪？ちょいと見てみる。
Hideyoshi crouched down. As he did, Ganon silently pointed to one of Shannon's hands.
ああ、あるで。こりゃ、ダイヤの指輪や。
And I'm recording this on the same day that my sister got married. Damn it.
靴ダイヤとちゃう。なかなかの値打ちもんや。
それはどっちの手のどの指にあるのかな。
と、左手の薬指や。そっか、シャノンちゃん、婚約しとったんか。
ジョージ、あなた、まさか。
エヴァ、今はそんなん関係ないで。シャノンちゃんは男に将来を約束されとったんや。一生を幸せにしちゃると男に言わせたんや。それが誰かは問題とちゃうで。男にそこまで言わしめて、女の本懐やないか。いつこの指輪をもらったんかは知らん。誰が渡したかも知らん。だが、それでも、シャノンちゃんは指輪をもらえたんや。そして、それを受け入れ、左の薬指に通したんや。指輪を送った男も、きっと喜んだんとちゃうか？
To most of the people there, Hideyoshi was simply disturbed by this extraordinary situation. I was blurting out nonsense. However, someone who knew of George and Shannon's true relationship would understand the full meaning of those words.
そっか。ありがとう、父さん。
George stood up. The traces of tears still streaked on his face, but his expression had returned to his usual calm one.
行こう。バトラー君、ジェシカちゃん。これ以上、僕たちがここにいると、大人の邪魔になる。
そうだな。
Jessica sniffed once, showing her face to her mother, who had been holding her the whole time, to let her know she was okay now. When she faced George again, she was again had on her usual expression, although she still couldn't smile.
バトラー。しっかり。
Butler kept on crouching in front of his parents' bodies.
すまねえな。がっつり泣いたら落ち着いたぜ。親父の野郎。普段はクソクソ言ってるくせに。ちょっと死んじまったくらいでピーピー泣くんじゃねえぜって、笑ってやがら。仕方ねえだろ。親が死んだら泣くように。遺伝子すり込まれちまってんだからよ。
No matter the relationships with your parents, they were still your parents. Butler's face was still bright red from the tears, but he had at least recovered enough to fake a smile, if only a bitter one.
カノン、お前もこれ以上ここにいてはいけません。子供たちを連れてお屋敷に戻っていなさい。
Nancy had been standing under the rain this whole time, unable to take a step into the storehouse. Maybe She had her own way of grieving, different from battlers. Realizing that she had to take on a role of responsibility now that her husband was dead, he gave Ghana those orders.
Hi. 奥様。
Ghana rose silently and turned to face me. His face was pure white, almost as though his own heart had died along with Shannon. And there was no life in his expression. On an ordinary day, if he had been told to guide the children through the beautiful rose garden, then I might have led the way. But now, there was no distinction between Ganon and the children. They were now just kids of about the same age, suffering the pain of losing those close to them. After making sure that the children were leaving, he started giving orders to Genji.
ケンジ、すぐに警察に連絡しなさい。
Well, we know the phones, at least. Throughout the mansion were out, and with this typhoon raging, I don't think that they can contact the outside.
台風が通り過ぎるまでは来られないでしょうが、どうすればいいか指示を与えてくれるはずです。
わかりました。防災用の無線機がありますので、それで連絡します。
When she heard that, Natsuki remembered. That's right, the phones were out today, weren't they? However, they also had a radio, since they couldn't necessarily rely on phones all the time while living on an isolated island. At any rate, they should start by contacting the police and receiving their instructions. Everything else could wait.
ナチョ先生、もうこの場はどうしようもありませんか。
残念ながら私には何もできませんな。
わかりました。源氏、せめて主人たちの顔を何かで覆ってやることはできませんか。このような姿を晒すことは当人にとっても屈辱的でしょうから。
はい。
Genji picked up several dried-up towels from inside the storehouse. When Eva stopped him with a shrill voice.
ちょっとちょっと、お待ちなさいよ。ここは犯行現場なんでしょ。
Well, if it's evidence, then maybe they shouldn't tamper with the crime scene. But still.
なら変に手を加えちゃダメよ。
I wonder, since they would not believe that Beatrice would be on the island, would they turn on each other, starting to suspect each other?
私たちは混乱してて現場に土足で踏み入っちゃったけど、それはきっと警察の捜査の邪魔になったわよ。
Nancy glared at Eva, offended. Objectively speaking, Eva was right. Even so, she glared at Eva as though accusing her of refusing to do those tragic corpses, which had been humiliated even after death. The simple kindness of covering their faces. However, Eva had spoken both calmly and correctly. This horrible situation definitely wasn't an accident. It was a crime. Someone had killed them. It was a murder case. But they needed to be careful to avoid disturbing the site any further. They had to do what little they could to aid the police, preserving clues that might help catch a detestable culprit. Also, I'm calling it now. I think the ones to work close apart will be, I think, Hideyoshi and Eva.
私もエヴァさんに賛成ですな。警察が来るまでここは手をつけずにしておくべきです。奥様、いかがなさいますか。
そうですね。わかりました。ここを閉ざしなさい。それから念のためここに別の施錠をするように。
別の施錠？
ええ、ここに来た時シャッターの鍵は閉じていました。ということはシャッターの鍵を使い犯人が施錠したということです。
確かに通りや。じゃあここを開けた限り犯人の指紋が残ってるんとちゃうんか。
警察に証拠として提出する価値はあるでしょうけど、カノン君が普通に持ってここを開けるのに使用しちゃったわ。多分カノン君の指紋も付着しちゃってるわよ。そしてその鍵はさっき源氏さんに手渡され、源氏さんも素手で受け取ってる。大した証拠にはなりそうにないわね。
それは不用心でした。申し訳ございません。
源氏さん、この倉庫の鍵は他にもあるんか？
いいえ、この一つだけです。
ということは犯人はその鍵を使用人室から持ち出し、そして律儀に元の場所に戻したちゅうことになるな。
Hideyoshi's theory sounded plausible. It was actually very strange if you thought about it. Why would they go all the trouble of returning a key they stole? No. If you think about it even more deeply, there are some points that are even more bizarre. When a criminal hides a body, they're usually trying to delay the point at which it will be found, so they can use the time to escape. The six weren't necessarily killed here, but it was reasonable to assume that they were killed somewhere on this island, carried to this storehouse, and hidden to delay the discovery of the crime. And yet, the eerie magic circle scribbled on the storehouse shutter had eloquently indicated the location of the hidden corpses. Sure, it didn't explicitly mention the corpses, but 6 people had gone missing. In this situation, someone made such an obvious piece of gravity and even returned the key to the shutter. Almost as though they wanted the corpses here to be discovered. Almost.
とにかく一度は犯人が開け閉めをした施錠だけでは信用できません。
Almost as if the culprit does not care that the corpses have been found or would be found.
犯人の手からもこの場所を保護する意味で施錠を新たにしたいと言っているのです。
And if there's magic involved, good luck with locking things up.
いい案だと思います。私も賛成です。
And you've fished around inside the storehouse and unsealed a brand new padlock that had been inside a small box.
鍵はどうなさいますか？
私が持ちましょう。責任を持って警察に手渡します。
Nancy took the key to the padlock from Kenji's hand. After that, they all exited and lowered the shutter. And so, the corpses were once again sealed behind that shutter, which was still covered with that creepy magic circle. Kenji crouched down in front of the shutter to fasten the new padlock. Shutters often have a place in front, or you can attach your own lock, in addition to the main lock of the shutter. This was one of those types. In the midst of the roar of thunder and the pouring rain, the storehouse stood there ominously, with its closed shutter still covered in a bloody-like creepy substance. It swallowed up the bodies of the six. The Natsuhi putting the new lock on wasn't mainly to preserve the scene for the police. She might have felt like she wanted to shut that mouth for all eternity, to prevent that eerie beast from swallowing up any more victims.
さあ、行きましょう、皆さん。南條先生、ご足労をありがとうございました。源氏は急いで警察に連絡を。
戻りましたらすぐに連絡します。
The adults left the storehouse. The ghastly magic circle drawn on the shutter tipped the six bodies in its throat, booming eerily as the lightning occasionally lit it up.